Hello, this is me, Josh Hunter. I'm presently on the planet Earth. I guess I should also say that I'm in Santa Monica. I'd assume it's pretty obvious. I've been here for the last 8 months, maybe 10 months. July of last year, I think. Anyway, the main thing that I need to discuss at this point is I think the space exploration program needs to be shut down. Specifically, NASA, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, SpaceX. I believe they're having an effect upon our world that we're not fully aware of. Now, that's speculation, of course. We've already invested billions of dollars in these things or whatever, so it seems like, we're all very heavily invested. We've watched a lot of Star Trek, so we think that's the right way to go. So I was thinking, because I try to give as many examples as I can of why people should not be going into outer space and why it's a bad idea. Like our society just is not evolved enough to even begin that process. But most of it's like speculation, and when I try to make, I don't try to, but I say things that it seems like they might be scary, like, oh, what if? Anything could be out there, man, anything. But I'm going to give a more practical example. As you know, there's only a certain amount of water on the Earth. All right, we're not making new water. So if you're going to start flying into outer space and building colonies and all that, you have to find a supply of water. You have to find water. Now, so far, we have hoped that there's water in other places, but ultimately, if we cannot find new water, then it wouldn't work out. And see, the problem is, people apparently are not going to stop fucking. If you could get people to stop fucking, then it wouldn't matter. Because the amount of water that we have can only sustain a limited population. So, not only that, if you have colonies in space and other planets and you're taking water from the Earth, eventually what's going to happen? We're going to look like all these other planets around here with nothing. It's going to look like the moon. That's like when I think about like what kind of message you would want to give to a primitive people like on the Earth. You put a sun and a moon in the sky. Okay? If you go like just like basic instructions. Like when I think about the things that you like, if you believe in God, and I don't necessarily believe in God, but if you do, you would want God to be able to explain as many things as he or she could to as many people as possible. And what's the best way to do that? Put something in the sky, something that nobody could avoid. Anyone who's living it, because if you put it in words, if you put it in languages, then there's even the slightest possibility of communication. But when you put something in the sky, unless you're living in an extremely cloudy place, even then the sun would have to shine at least at some point. That's how, with vegetation and all that. So you put, when you look at the moon, and you look at the sun, and you look at the stars, there's something there that's trying to be told to you, like, hey, stay the fuck home. This is not like the best place for you to be. And people are constantly reaching for the sky, reaching for the moon. No need, pal. No need. So, I'm saying here, there's not enough water. Okay, flat out. Cannot go into space because there's not enough water. Smaller populations, no problem. So you could even say, oh, well, what if we only allow a certain amount of people into space? Yes, you could do that, but are you going to be able to stop those people from fucking? No? All right, then. Then there's no reason to be going into outer space. Other evidence of this is we haven't even fixed Flint, Michigan's water. I know, this example gets brought up a lot. And, in fact, now that I think about it, there's no reason for me to bring that up anymore because there's nothing I can do about fixing Flint, Michigan's water. All I can do is encourage people to stay on, not all I can, well, yeah, sure, let's say, anyway, Um, I believe that people should stay on the Earth, or what I mean to say is the space program needs to be dismantled. NASA needs to be dismantled. I think maybe sending robots into space might be okay, but that still seems like an intrusion. I've noticed every time they send something into outer space, like there's like this, I don't know, at least where I am, there's like a very kind of bullshit reaction. There's like some shitty thing that happens whenever something gets sent into outer space. I've noticed anyway. So that's my advice. And I really think this is a good idea. I really think that, because, alright, there's this movie called The Big Short. It's about the financial crisis we had in 2008. And all throughout that movie, there was this guy who knew that the market was going to crash. Nobody believed him, and then it did, and he made a bunch of money. And at the end of the movie, they're like, now that we've convinced you that this guy knows what he's talking about, let's tell you what he started investing in now. And he started investing in water. And I thought to myself, I wonder what that means. Because, like, you gotta realize, there are so many things that would go on in living in outer space and traveling to and from different planets that you can't, your entire culture would have to be modified. I mean, water becomes, like, every resource becomes precious. You know, gravity becomes precious. You never thought about having to pay for gravity, did you? Like, that become like a new fucking utility, a new utility. You got your water bill, your electricity bill, and now you got a gravity bill. Can you believe this fucking shit? Gravity, having to pay for gravity. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you just fucking stay on the Earth, or at least, stop trying to, like, destroy this place. Because when you try and, like, steal water from the Earth, it's like, I don't know, it's like, not a good idea. This is what I'm saying. It's like, I know some people, and maybe okay, sorry, I'm used to doing this with my glasses on, so I'm always looking in various places, so if you want to interpret that as me lying, you may do that as well. I'm not going to be offended. But we got to stop this now, is what I'm saying. Is because if the space program gets a foothold on our fucking economy, then all the water on this planet is gonna be fucking gone. All right, that's what's gonna happen. If we continue the space program, no more water on Earth. Because guess what? You're gonna have thieves. You're gonna need people guarding the water. You're gonna need all this kind of stuff. It's no dice. So, I'm thinking it's probably better to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start. Pretty sure I already have, but I'm going to start installing programs that would encourage people to stay on the Earth and not leave. Now, obviously, these programs are not invasive or offensive or obstructive either. So you may say, what do you mean programs, dude? Well, you have programs on a computer, right? Somebody has to write those programs. I mean, when you watch television, it's called programming, right? It's like they have programming for this channel, programming for that channel. Well, guess what? This is a channel, okay? YouTube is a television. It's a giant television with a lot of channels. YouTube is TV. TV is not necessarily YouTube. So now that I have my own television channel, I can put on it whatever I want. And the FCC can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. So I just want to make sure that, people aren't, throwing their lives away investing in something that I'm going to do my utmost to make sure it doesn't work out. Okay? And it can't work out, is what I'm saying. There's a limited amount of water. Therefore, there's a limited amount of water, but a potentially unlimited amount of people. Okay? So you cannot, that's basic math. That's basic math. You have to work out the water math first before you even build the first before you build the first spaceship designed to have other people live on other planets, you need to work out the water issues first. That's your first mathematical thing, okay, or your first mathematical task. Although space is all math, really. But what is geometry? Geometry is what? The study of Earth. Okay, so technically, I mean, that might even imply that there's literally a bird taking a bath here. It's a bird bath. That's nice. I'd never seen this type of bird take a bath in front of me. I don't feel like a pervert. Okay, alright. But I'm saying, like, you don't have to waste more billions. Oh shit. You don't have to waste you don't have to waste. God damn. you, you don't have to waste you don't have to waste millions of dollars, billions of dollars on this type of program. Okay, you can just you can take, if you you can take the money from the programs that we use or to explore outer space and put it into something practical. Okay, reinvest in infrastructure. Okay, yes, I know infrastructure isn't sexy. That's what they say. Okay, outer space is extremely sexy. Okay, when you think about suns and moons and infinite exploration, okay, yeah, that's pretty. That's inviting. But guess what? We're not that smart. You have to be extremely intelligent to be living in the outer space realm. All right, you should learn how to create resources from scratch. You should learn how to create, water, learn how to create gravity. And even then, people living on this earth, should anyone on this earth be able to create gravity? Do you realize what a risk that is? It's a risk even. Do you realize the events that are going on that we perceive on the sun of our solar system is essentially the same things that are occurring in a nuclear bomb? You realize that's a nuclear explosion. Or nuclear activities are happening inside the sun, and those are the same things that are going inside of a nuclear bomb, which you can build. Anyone with enough money can just build it. That's what I read when I read The Sum of All Fears by Tom Clancy. I read that book like 8 months ago. It's between 6 and 8 months ago, I read the book The Sum of All Fears by Tom Clancy. I think that was about a nuke. And at the end of the book, he was just like reminding us, like, by the way, anybody with enough money could do this. Like, it's like $400,000 or something. And nobody has. That's how you know that people love each other. Okay, that's how you know we really love each other, because anybody could have built this nuke or these nukes or whatever, and they haven't. And so it's like it's good that, like, they haven't decided to do this. So anyway, I could be extremely wrong about this, and I'm willing to have on record that I was wrong. But I really think we should not be trying to go into outer space. I think we need to shut down the space program, space exploration program, as soon as possible. Blue Origin needs to be shut down. SpaceX, Virgin Galactic, all these things, it's over, it's done. Okay, it was a nice little fantasy, but it's impractical. There is not enough water on the earth to sustain unlimited fucking. If you had limited fucking, like if some people were born with genitals and some people weren't, sure. But with unlimited fucking, it can't be done. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys.